Demoknight is one of the most popular subclasses in the game. Different mechanics and ways to play give a feel of like a new class. The basic idea of this class is to use the shields to charge up to people and maybe use the Islander to take heads. That is most common melee use, so let's assume that's what I'll be using for the entirety of this video. For consistency's sake, of course. The first thing to acknowledge is the givens to each shield. They all allow the user to have a burst of speed for a short amount of time when the bound button is pressed. If a player collides with another player, that player gains some impact damage. The further distance without running out will allow the user to gain mini crits or critical hits on the swing of the melee. Each shield gives some form of resistances and blah 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 blah. Let's figure out which each shield does. The Charge and Targe. This was the first shield released on December 17th, 2009 for the War update. The stats are as following: plus 50% damage resistance on wear, and plus 30% explosive resistance on wear. Plain and simple compared to the other shield, but so plain and simple that we can tell what its value is. The resistance's only stats show that it's a shield with defensive capabilities. Half damage from pyros, and some of the best explosive weapons doing only about 70 damage now gives this shield a survivalist strategy. With a few heads, it can be hard to take down a decent Charge and Targe. The Splendid Screen. This was added to the game on June 23rd, 2011 as a part of the Uber update. The stats are as following: plus 20% fire damage resistance, plus 20% explosive damage resistance, plus 70% increase to charge impact damage, and plus 50% increase in charge recharge rate. Already we can see a big change from the Targe and Charge. Aside from the 30% less fire resistance and the 10% less explosive resistance, we can see on a focus of more damage and doing it more often. The increased impact damage will almost equal the damage of a normal melee hit, which can be very useful. That's why you'll see more kills with the shield itself than with others. I would still tag this as an offensive item, best to attack harder and more often in exchange of some resistances. The Tide Turner, the last shield that was released on June 18th, 2014 as a part of the Love and War update. The stats are as following: plus 15% fire damage resistance, plus 15% explosive damage resistance, full turning controls, melee kills refill 75% of your charge meter, and taking damage while shield charging reduces the remaining charge time. Oh, also it only deals mini crits. Now we obviously see that this is not for resistances because it's the lowest of the three. So the gimmick of the shield is the turning controls with the constant charging with the killing happening. So you can turn as good as you look around. This allows for more accurate charges to chase people trying to dodge. With melee kills completely filling up with the use of the bootlegger or the wee booties, skilled players can keep on getting charges. The big nerfs are taking damage reduces the charge, and the biggest one, only mini crits. The original shield had full crits, which made it too good. Now it's still good, but you need a plan to win. So this would be a full range of motion strategy. Also, sick trimps. So which should you choose? Well, that depends on your playstyle. You can pick one of three styles: defensive, offensive, or mobility. Defensive for the Charge and Targe, offensive for the Splendid Screen, and mobility for the Tide Turner. Each has its ups and downs, and it might take a time for you to figure out which one you'll love. Me personally, I like the Splendid Screen since I like more offensive damage when I can get it. So just take some time to play a few pubs and get the feel for the weapons. Come back and comment what your favorite weapon is. And a quick update for next week's video, there won't be any. I'll be away again, so it'll be another 2-week gap before another video comes out. So thank you all so much for watching. This has been HR Pride. Thanks for your time. God bless, and happy gaming.